Turner's World of Twirls, Margaret Crompton. Tina pirouettes dizzily round the floor, collides with Wayne and collapses at my feet. "So sorry, Miss Bobby." "No problem. Only a rehearsal. But tomorrow I'll be perfect. Promise. Can I have another turn?" "Keep to the outside of the circle. You're the tip of the second hand. Flicky twirls leading us to midday." "I know." Midday, December 21st. After they've spun themselves giddy and relieved relations have whirled them away home for the last time, I'll take down the signboard. "Farewell, Turner's World of Twirls." They'll lie. "Wish you weren't going, miss. We'll miss you." I'll lie in return. "I'll miss you too." Because I won't. Because I never do. In any case, they'll be seeing me again, Tina and Wayne, although they won't know it's me. Tomorrow is my last appearance as Roberta Turner. Miss Bobby, esteemed exponent of ballet, tap and musical theatre. When I began 10 years ago, I enjoyed it. I always do relish the new challenge. Congratulate myself on my ideal deal. Not one of those stupid anything you like for 100 years in exchange for your immortal soul contracts, or eternal life, forgetting to stipulate age range 17 to 45, or even that idiotic eternal youth, landing themselves in nappies and sucking dummies for eternity. Dumb or what? I always relish this moment when my next future's about to turn up. My time for looking back, beginning in the so-called Middle Ages. Middle of what? There I am, isolated in that chilly cell, ignoring the summons to sext. Do they still giggle at that? Not for long, if novice directors taking a turn round the cloister. Midday, meditating on death on an empty stomach, bored out of my skull. Without thinking, I say out loud, "What wouldn't I give for a change?" In Latin, naturally. Totally forgetting it's solstice. Bad timing? Good? Who knows? What did I give? Certainly not my soul, or freedom, or life. The only fee is the Decadal Review. No small print, I keep rules, tick boxes. Just the one niggle. I preferred reporting in person. I confess to relief when austerity eradicated lightning flashes and fiery whirlwinds. But I valued personal contact, human to non-human. A little word of encouragement goes a long way, especially in those doldrum decades when the sea of fortune hasn't flowed too fortunately. I'd welcome being welcomed into the next change, whatever it turns out to be. It can be lonely, leaving one life and starting the next, with no one to miss me or welcome me. Yes, everything changes, but ticking boxes is, dare I whisper, one change too far. There's no soul in a tedious tick like an upside-down tenterhook. Not that I'm on tenterhooks about this report, rounding off another successful decade. What changes did I negotiate? 1. Gender. turn and turnabout. 2. Age, post-nappy stroke dummy. 3. Location, remain within area formerly occupied by Abbey. Furnishings, equipment, etc. replaced as appropriate. 4. Occupation, linked with surname. Leads to intriguing encounters when we come across one another. Fellow dramatist John Webster, I remember, weaving words into webs of hopeful rises and fearful falls. As Master Cyril Tourneur, I penned some powerful plays myself. But who's heard of me now? Hard to garner a reputation when you're always going and coming. Like Webster the Weaver, I can always turn a neat phrase. Enjoyed my poetic decade as Ursula T. Erne. Published The Speaking Sundial. Following Miss Erne's mysterious disappearance before she could unleash her proposed sequel, Cousin Josiah lost no time in establishing his horological workshop and showroom, Time Goes By, in her elegant villa. That century was good for me, one change leading smoothly onward. When Josiah moved his business into larger premises, Mrs. Nettie Trundle, a middle-aged widow, opened the first tourist bureau in the borough. The tour she organised was so successful that after 10 lucrative years, she herself took to globe-trotting. For centuries, I regretted I'd never even seen a tournament, blaming my father for donating me to the Abbey when I'd been too young for those state-of-the-art sporting sensations. Father was Robert Le Tourneur, whose hubs kept the Abbey cartwheels turning and supported my admission to the novitiate. But what goes around comes around, and after a few centuries, Sir Ralph Tourneur's inherited fortune funded Tournaments Are Us. The former Abbey Gardens converted into impressive lists with a comfortable pavilion, all modern conveniences, and signed souvenir pennants. Sir Ralph turned a triumphant profit from hiring medieval costumes, entrance fees, and jousting classes. Less successful was a decade during some civil war or another, although Lady Honour earned admiration for her tender touch with a tourniquet. Since she had inconsiderately supported the losing side, the Abbey was partly demolished and wholly plundered. Her retirement to a retreat for landless ladies coincided with the return of her son, the talented turncoat Lord Janus, who reversed the family misfortunes. One of my favourites was Charming Charlie, with his Abbey Gardens carousel. Turned out of town one chilly winter's day, his only profits were in fun. Florence, Charlie's divorced wife, claimed the site for maintenance and established a children's playground with whirligigs and fortune-floating candy floss. Charlie's brother, comedian Laughing Lonnie, lost the lot with his too-near-the-bone satirical comic turns. But long-lost Auntie Vera from Vegas turned up trumps with her money-spinning casino. I loved being Auntie V in her laced and lacy basque. And so it goes. While I've been revolving many memories, I've tenterhooked all the boxes. The new signboard's ready. Tired toes twinkle at Mr. Tobias Turner's Academy of Old-Time Terpsichorean Waltzes and Whirls. Wayne and Tina will be back to watch their grandparents rotating in their own end-of-year performances. I wonder sometimes what it would be like to stop. Stop twirling, whirling, turning, my ideal deal somehow omitted to mention ending. After Tobias, it will be time to welcome Dame Portia Turner, LLB, consultant in contract law.